Einen wunderschönen guten Tag, einen relaxten guten Tag, gute Nacht, guten Morgen, guten Abend, was auch immer. Bei dieser Musik kann man eigentlich nur total gechillt sein. Okay, es geht weiter mit Nightmare Frames. Ich habe eben schon mal ganz kurz weitergespielt und dann gemerkt, dass mein OBS gerade vernünftig eingestellt war. Aber nicht weit, keine Sorge. Also, ich habe eine Woche lang nicht gespielt gehabt. Das letzte war, ich habe jetzt ihm hier geholfen mit seinem Dreh. Ich habe meine On-Off-Flamme aus dem Diner als Schauspielerin hier für ihn quasi engagiert. Und diesen ehemaligen Director wieder als Director eingesetzt. Und ich habe dafür jetzt quasi Einlass bekommen zu seiner Beziehung zu dieser irgendwie großen Dame, die hier Hollywood regiert. Das heißt, ich gehe jetzt hier weg. Wo geht's hier raus? Da. Do you mind if I turn the music on? Genau, Synthwave Radio. So, wir gehen in die Chalen Road, die klingt schon teuer. Mrs. Westmore will be with you shortly. Wait here, please. The Hobson family has been serving the Westmores since 1843, with no offspring and retirement approaching. He has long felt guilty about not being able to continue working for Helen Westmore. Warum lese ich mit seiner Stimme jetzt hier vor? For the rest of his life. Hobson. Sir? Do they really call her the Sister of Mercy? The Sister of Mercy, the fairy godmother, the genie of the lamp, the witch of wishes. Have some respect and call her Mrs. Westmore. Oops. Hobson! Sir? Will it take long? Mrs. Westmore is a very busy person. It will take as long as it takes, Mr. Goldberg. Sir? Have you been serving here for a long time? My whole life, Mr. Goldberg. Schauen wir das Porträt an. Is that her? No, it's her sister. She passed away in 45. Try not to mention her, sir. Ellen! Mrs. Westmore. There's no need for formalities. Please call me Helen. Und sie sieht irgendwie voll bekannt aus. Sie sieht aus ein bisschen tatsächlich wie Helen Mirren. Aber sie sieht irgendwie auch ein bisschen aus wie... Ach, ich weiß nicht. Ich weiß nicht, an wen sie mich genau erinnert. Die erinnert mich an irgendeine Schauspielerin. Ein bisschen auch an die aus House of Cards. Nur als wäre es die Mutter von quasi der Frau von Kevin Spacey aus House of Cards. Ich weiß nicht. Irgendwie egal. Take the day off, Hobson. Thanks a lot. So, und sie, das habe ich eben auch schon ein bisschen gespielt gehabt, bis ich gemerkt habe, dass OBS eingestellt ist. Sie ist jetzt hier der mega Horror-Fan. Ich sag Bescheid gleich, wenn die Stelle kommt, wo ich dann abgebrochen habe und gemerkt habe, oh shit, ich sollte nochmal laden und nochmal mein OBS vernünftig einstellen, weil das Bild war einfach nicht zentriert. Da fehlte rechts ein ganzes Stück vom Bild. I'm glad you came. It's a pleasure to have the best horror screenwriter in my house. Are you familiar with my work? I've been fascinated by the genre since I attended the premiere of Universal's Dracula in 1931, when I was 9. Das heißt, sie ist 1922 geboren. Wir sind hier im Jahr 1982, 83, 84. Das heißt, sie ist so um die etwas über 60. Since then, I have been interested in everything that has come before and after in horror cinema. But there is something that saddens me. That the person who currently best understands the genre's tropes and takes them a step further does not consider himself a horror fan. I was, I guess, when I was young. Corman, Hammer films. But you have made shot, right? I hope that's not what you are implying. Horror films are more than just silly entertainment for teenagers. There's more maturity and complexity in your first foray into the genre, Campfire Psycho, than in Melodies of Heaven. I hope you'll forgive my words, but that movie you hold in such high esteem was full of melodramatic cliches. Anyway, let us first address the matter that has brought you here. Peter Evans, right? You can't understand why a person who apparently has everything would take his own life. Why did he come to see you? He knew that his days as a star producer were coming to an end, and also he was aware that his life was about to change. He lost a fortune at poker. He even gambled away his mansion. He lost it. He wanted me to restore his status, both professionally and financially. Something I can do with a snap of my fingers. I'm rich, Alan. Filthy rich. You may have heard that I own Hollywood, and in a way, it's true. I do and undo as I please, but I always ask for something in return. And I had no use for Evans. He was not a seeker. Like all millionaires, he was used to having everyone carry out even the most basic tasks for him. Like you, I guess. Less than you might think. Hobson says I'm always stepping on his toes. Evans was not like us, Alan. Like so many others, in his desperation he turned to me as a last resort. I refused to listen to him, and that rejection was probably what pulled the trigger which blew his head off. Warte, muss mal leider was trinken holen, befürchte ich. Ich werde schon wieder hier so viel vorlesen muss. But I don't feel guilty about it. What's a seeker? You, for example. Our mutual friend Glenn had a problem, and in a matter of an hour you solved it. That is a seeker. I was lucky. I knew an actress and a director. A lucky seeker. What more could I ask for? Come with me. Frankenstein, released in March 1910 and produced by Thomas Alva Edison. It is believed to be lost. The only remaining copy lies in that display case. The prize was to rescue Metro Goldwyn Mayer, MGM, once more, but it was worth it. Let us continue. A Blind Bargain. Directed in 1922 by Wallace Worsley and starring Lon Chaney. The original negative was destroyed in 1931, and the last known print was lost in the same fire that destroyed the only copy of 1927's London After Midnight. Directed by Todd Browning and played by Lon Chaney. I know it, I've always wanted to watch it. It doesn't live up to its legend, but it's the holy grail for horror film collectors. Especially for those who don't know about Edward Keller's last film. Edward Keller? You know him, right? Of course. I've never felt more uncomfortable in a movie theater. Bloody Mind Games. Terrifying. A very low-budget film that horrified everyone who saw it. George A. Romero has stated that he was influenced by it when making The Night of the Living Dead. Even William Friedkin claimed that he tried to live up to it with The Exorcist, but failed. His mastery of the genre was unrivaled. You have that gift too, also Keller was more visceral. His last film, you said? It's my understanding that Bloody Mind Games was the only one he directed. I've always thought it was a shame he didn't make more films. What happened to him? He disappeared. It is well known that after his debut feature film, William Castle bet on him to direct Rosemary's Baby before the studio opted for Roman Polanski. But he can't find him. What few people know is that in 1970 a young reporter for Variety magazine called his boss to say that he had stumbled upon him in a small town. He claimed that Keller had shot the scariest film in history, and knowing what he was capable of, that might have been the case. What town was that? No one knows. The reporter never called again. He disappeared too. I want that film, Alan, and I believe you are the right man for the job. Tell me, what would you like in exchange? Ein bisschen weiter war ich eben noch. Hier muss man hier alle erstmal durchspielen. To win an Oscar. An Oscar? Anyone can win one without my intervention. You have a golden opportunity, Alan. Shoot higher. To be rich and famous. Evans was rich and famous, and things didn't go so well for him. Go ahead, look inside yourself and tell me what is it you desire the most, that one thing you could never get otherwise. I want to write high-budget dramas. I can pick up the phone and get studios to fight over anything you may write, even your grocery list, but you need to be more ambitious. I know what you want, Alan. You're trapped in this endless loop. You are unhappy with what you have. Ich glaube, das habe ich abgebrochen gehabt, glaube ich. Das ist jetzt neu für mich. You want to be the master of your own life, not a slave to it. You will be. You just have to find that movie. Tell me, do you accept? Helen Westmore offers you everything you have dreamed of since you came to Hollywood. You would rather have earned it on your own merits, but an opportunity like this only comes along once in a lifetime and only to a select few. Think carefully, Alan. Das kann man hier leider nicht abspeichern. Ja, ich meine, damit das Spiel weitergeht, I'll do it. Excellent. But where do I start? The last clue we have is the missing reporter. But don't bother with variety. They don't know anything. Try to follow his footsteps and find out how he got to Keller. But how? That is the job of a seeker. I'm sure you will know who to ask. No promises, but I try. It's been a pleasure, Alan. I know you will be back with that film. I'd better get moving. Thank you, Helen. Good luck to you, Seeker. That sound coming from the trunk. So, egal. Okay, gut, jetzt... Boah. Ich fange einfach mal wieder oben an. Also wieder zurück aufs Apartment. Im Moment einmal zu speichern. Warum auch immer Autosave vorne steht, egal. Neue Post haben wir nicht, ne? Also hier habe ich nicht das Gefühl, dass hier irgendwas Neues Spannendes ist. Hier kann ich gleich wieder rausgehen. Ich muss mich auch wieder erstmal orientieren, was hier eigentlich was ist. Erstmal wieder überall hin. Mit den Leuten wieder reden. Ich glaube, das ist erstmal das, was mir am ehesten weiterhelfen könnte. Are you busy? Always am. What do you need? Does the name Edward Keller sound familiar? Edward Keller. Keller. If you give me a minute, I can check the archives. I doubt he'll be there. He was a horror film director in the 60s. Unfortunately, in that case, I can't help you, Alan. It's okay. I need to go clear my mind. This will do you good. Okay, James. Alan, oh Gott, er sieht so spooky aus. My favorite screenwriter. How can I help? Ich kann echt alle deiner Fragen, das ist schön. Do you know anything about Edward Keller? That name doesn't sound familiar to me. Is he an actor? No, a director. No idea, sorry. Er könnte vielleicht was wissen, oder? Alan, want a drink? No thanks. Do you have a moment? Sure. Do you know anything about Edward Keller? Keller? Sure. If I do this for a living, it's thanks to people like him. I've always wanted to do something on the level of Bloody Mind Games, and I hope that one day you will write something that surpasses it. If anyone's capable of doing it, it's you. Do you know where I can find him? No, Alan, I don't. Last I heard from him, he was about to direct Rosemary's Baby. Can you imagine? If he had directed it, Polanski's version would look like a Sesame Street episode in comparison. So, why the interest in Keller? Just curious. Well, I'm sorry I can't help you. Okay. Muss mal gucken, was habe ich für Items? Ach, gar nicht mehr so viele. Gut. Mein Geldbeutel, 3D-Glasses. Was war nochmal dieser Brief? Dear Mr. Evans, I do know what you are talking about indeed. I suspect you to handle this in person. You will surely understand that this matter should be dealt with discreetly. Von Glenn Bishop. Kind regards, Glenn Bishop. Okay, das war ja der Director, der Producer da, als ich im Spiel eingestiegen bin, an den quasi der ermordet wurde. Das ist eigentlich gar nicht mehr so wichtig. Backen des Coins. Wo haben wir nochmal diese Nucky Die Fotos her? Ach ja, die waren von Die waren von dem perversen Fotografen. Christopher's not interested in that. Okay, ich kann einfach die auch nochmal ein bisschen rumzeigen. Vielleicht. Ich würde doch nochmal die Sachen da lesen, also die Sachen lesen, die die Leute hier sagen. Das ist, glaube ich, doch immer ganz witzig eigentlich. Ich kriege das immer weg, aber ich lese ein paar Bruchstücke und denke dann immer, ach schade, dass ich es nicht doch gelesen habe. Okay, Peter Evans Menschen. Oh, warte mal, das ist der Polizist. Den könnten die Fotos vielleicht ja wirklich interessieren. Officer? Sir. Okay, den kann ich nicht nach Keller fragen, das wäre aber auch ein bisschen strange. Aber vielleicht kann ich ihm die Fotos geben. Can you take a look at this? Are you aware of what you are showing to me? I stole them from a Wine Street photographer. So they don't belong to you then. The best thing you can do right now is to hand them over to the closest police station and they will take care of this guy. Can't you do anything? I have to be here. Do as I say. Take them to the nearest police station. Okay. Oh, show the photo to the police agent. Girls on film. Okay, das gab tatsächlich jetzt gerade ein Achievement dafür. Das hatte ich jetzt nicht unbedingt erwartet, aber okay, nehme ich. Hi, we meet again. Where are we off to now? Joe's Diner. Oh, wer ist sie? Es gibt eine eine neue Hilfskraft hier geholt. Das ist ja witzig. Okay, ich rede erstmal wieder. Das geht nicht. Mac. Mac. What do you know about Edward Keller? He directed Bloody Mind Games. What else? It's considered the scariest movie in history. Anything else? What is this? A quiz? I want to find him. Well, I don't think it's going to be that easy. Just as he came, he left. I know that he had been in talks with Paramount to shoot Rosemary's Baby. That's right, but that's all I know, I'm afraid. That's okay. Habe ich ihn schon gefragt, was er schreibt? What are you writing? Achso, das habe ich schon gelesen. Joe, hey Joe. Wer ist sie? Karen. I'm watching you, Alan. What did I do? Nothing yet, but try not to leave me without another employee, okay? Hi, Karen. New look? Oh, sieht ja... Auf dem Bild sieht sie eigentlich ganz attraktiv aus. In der Pixel-Version da in der Mitte sieht sie schon so ein bisschen verbraucht aus irgendwie tatsächlich, wenn man das böse Wort benutzen darf. Yes, do you like it? Very colorful. It's just like Cyndi Lauper wears in the She Bop music video. Cindy who? Right, I forgot you live on Saturn. I got Vicky a role in a movie. I know. Vicky must be very grateful. It's the very least you could do after what you said to her. What did I say? You should know. Keiner sagt mir das. What are you reading? Star Hits, a music magazine. Other articles any good? No idea, I'm just looking at the pictures. Don Taylor is such a dreambot. Out. Ciao, ciao. Oh, she's so unusual. Talk to Karen. Weiteres Achievement. What the fuck? Okay. Ach scheiße, nein, das war ja das Quiz, habe ich vergessen. Oh, ich habe vergessen, dass das ja... dass ich ja so wirklich schon gespielt habe. Ich mache nochmal Musik, da habe ich zumindest ein bisschen mehr Ahnung gefühlt. Die sind die Fragen... Das kenne ich ja alles schon. Oh nein, komm, kann man das nicht abbrechen? What instrument does Vicky Peterson play in the band The Bangles?
Wrong.
Ich könnte mir das mal notieren. Und gewinnen dann. Warte mal. In which movie from last year does the song In the Name of Love by Thompson Twins appear? Erstmal das erste. Back to the Future. Which band of artists did not play in the Live Aid Festival? Ashford and Simpson. Hier ist auch nicht A. Which band was born from the split of the Human League? China Crisis. Who does the original version of Everything You Go Away, recently covered by Paul Young, belong to? Fleetwood Mac. Does not have a song called Call Me, Mr. Mister. Oh, 7 ist A. Performs of When the Rain Begins to Fall, Pierce Adora and Michael Jackson. The guitar solo from Beat It by Michael Jackson is played by Eric Clapton. Think of the band Ultravox before being replaced by Mitch Ure. 10 ist A. Ich hoffe mal, die Reihenfolge wird immer gleich. Artist not covered by Softcell, Gloria Jones. Which famous contemporary artist makes an appearance in the video clip for Hello Again by the Cars? Ich mache das hier erstmal kurz systematisch, bis ich das drauf habe. Oh, das war 12. Hier auf meinem Blog schon eine Stufe voraus. 13 ist auch nicht A. Moment, also gibt es noch 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 und 20. 14 ist A. 15 ist A. 16 ist nicht A. 17 ist A. 18 ist nicht A. 19 ist nicht A. 20 ist nicht A. Die ersten beiden weiß ich noch gar nicht. Was habe ich eben genommen? Ich glaube, da habe ich erstmal das erste. Da habe ich auch Bass genommen, glaube ich. Okay, 2 ist C. 3 ist B. Okay, eigentlich müsste ich es jetzt hinkriegen. Schauen wir mal. Which members of Duran Duran just formed the band Arcadia? Nick Rhodes, Simon Lee Bon and Roger Taylor.
Answer.
What instrument does Vicky Peterson play in the band The Bangles? Ich weiß, electric guitar. Kein Ding. In which movie from last year does the song In the Name of Love by Thompson Twins appear? Natürlich in Ghostbusters, weiß ich.
Correct answer.
Which band and or artist did not play in the Live Aid Festival? Ja, Mötley Crüe natürlich, wer weiß das nicht.
Answer.
Which band was born from the split of the Human League? Natürlich Heaven 17.
Answer.
Who does the original version of Every Time You Go Away, recently covered by Paul Young, belong to? Ja, Hall & Oates natürlich.
Answer.
Does not have a song called Call Me? Ja, Mr. Mister.
Answer.
Performers of When the Rain Begins to Fall, Pierce Hadora and Jermaine Jackson.
Answer.
Natürlich, wer weiß das nicht. The guitar solo from Beat It by Michael Jackson is played by Eddie Van Halen natürlich.
Correct answer.
Singer of the band Ultravox before being replaced by Mitch natürlich John Fox.
Answer.
Artist not covered by Softcell, Janis Joplin.
Answer.
Which famous contemporary artist makes an appearance in the video clip for Hello Again by The Cars? Natürlich Andy Warhol.
Answer.
Famous filmmaker who directed Billy Idol's video clip for Dancing with Myself. Das war Top Hooper natürlich.
Answer.
Which of these artists has not collaborated with Giorgio Moroder? Cyndi Lauper.
Correct answer.
One of the following bands is not Australian. Man Without Hats.
Answer.
Obwohl sie, glaube ich, zueinander gemacht haben, ne? Real name of Huey Lewis ist natürlich Hugh Anthony Gregg III.
Answer.
Which actor appears in the cover art for the Smiths' namesake album from 1984? Joe D'Alessandro.
Correct answer.
Belongs to the album Head on the Door by The Cure. A Night Like This.
Answer.
First single by the band Bon Jovi, Runaway.
Correct answer.
Und real name of Boy George from the band Culture Club, George Allen O'Dowd.
Correct answer.
2000 Punkte. Congratulations, you answered all questions correctly. You scored 2000. Game over. So, was passiert jetzt? Ich habe erstmal ein Achievement bekommen. How do you like it, Joe? Beginner's Luck. Ich mach trotzdem nochmal eben kurz das andere, einfach aus Bock. Ich spiele mich erstmal, mache das gleiche Prinzip. Man muss es ja nur zweimal auf Errors durchmachen. Ich hoffe, die Reihenfolge ändert sich da auch nicht, aber...
Select a thing. Wrong answer. Wrong answer. Correct answer. Wrong answer. Wrong answer. Wrong answer. Correct answer. Correct answer. Wrong 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 answer.
Alter, das ist nie mehr A jetzt hier.
Wrong answer. Wrong answer.
Was zur Hölle?
Wrong answer.
Es war nur dreimal was A. Das letzte Mal, das ist aber Frage 8.
Select a film. Wrong answer. Wrong answer. Correct answer. Wrong answer. Wrong answer. Correct answer. Wrong answer.
Ach shit. Das war ja auch da A.
Correct
Das wusste ich
answer.
ja schon.
Correct answer. Wrong answer. Wrong answer. Correct answer. Wrong answer. Correct answer. Correct answer. Wrong answer. Correct answer. Wrong answer. Correct answer. Correct answer.
So, gut, dann soll ich es ja jetzt schaffen. Jetzt mal die Fragen lesen. Das wird mir auch nichts bringen, aber Achievement zumindest. Und ich lerne vielleicht was über Horrorfilme. Also.
Select a film.
Third installment of Night of the Living Dead. Day of the Dead.
Answer.
Drew Barrymore made her debut in Altered States.
Answer.
Not literally adaptation by John Carpenter. The fuck.
Correct answer.
Mater Tenenbaum was the main antagonist in Inferno.
Correct answer.
What book does Bub the Zombie try to read in Day of the Dead? Simon Slot.
Answer.
What tapes are inserted into Max Rent's stomach in Videodrome? Betamax.
Correct answer.
The Children of the Corn Worship. He who walks behind the rose.
Answer.
Reagan McNeil uses the Ouija board to contact with Captain Howdy.
Correct answer.
In what slasher is the magician David Copperfield murdered? Terror Train.
Answer.
What movie is Nancy watching A Nightmare on Elm Street? Evil Dead.
Answer.
What book opens the gates of hell in The Beyond? The Book of Ivan.
Correct answer.
What iconic item makes an appearance in every story from the Creepshow? An ashtray.
Correct answer.
Jamie Lee Curtis does not appear in Halloween 3.
Correct answer.
Legend has it that if you say his name, he will come and kill you. Madman Mars.
Answer.
Which movie did not premiere in 1981? Evil Birthday.
Answer.
Which Italian director hides behind the mask of the Metropole ticket clerk in Desmond? Michel Soavi.
Correct answer.
Which magazine was Debbie reading in Friday the 13th Part 3? Fangoria.
Answer.
James Cameron made his debut as director with Flying Piranhas,
Answer.
Vampire Hunter and Fright Night, Peter Vincent.
Correct answer.
Which werewolf movie from 1981 won an Oscar for the best makeup and hairstyling? An American Werewolf in London.
Correct answer.
Dududum. So, auf der Automat hier durchgespielt. Achievement auf jeden Fall erstmal wieder bekommen. Anything to say? If you are going to rub in how smart you are, you'd better leave. So, gut. Mind if I smoke? It's a Havana cigar, the only good things those communists have. Anyway, where to? Astounding Effects. Oh, die wissen doch wahrscheinlich, der ist doch hier Profi. What's up, dude? Do you know Edward Keller? Edward Keller, man! He and his work give me the creeps. Why is that? Have you seen his only film? It's from '67, very low budget. And at that time, no other film had such realistic makeup effects. Before Tom Savini came along, nobody had seen amputations and decapitations of that level on screen. What's your point? Word has it that there was no makeup effects department on that film. What are you saying? Only the director was present at the premiere. None of the actors attended. Oh mein Gott, der will andeuten, dass das nicht gefaked war, sondern dass einfach die alle wirklich ermordet wurden. None of them have been seen again in any other production. From what I heard, they were not professional actors. It was normal that they didn't appear in any other films. That's all I'm saying. I'm looking for Keller. You wouldn't know where I can find him. No fucking clue, dude. He vanished off the face of the earth. Also, Wayne is the Keller expertise here. Who's Wayne? My partner, man. He's a Keller nut. Just a sec. Wayne! Hey, Wayne, you idiot. Alan Goldberg wants to talk to you about Edward Keller. Ach, so sieht er normalerweise aus, okay. Dude, you better write something good. We just turned down a contract with New Line Cinema. Cut it out, man. Tell him about Keller. What do you want to know? Mark here says there were no makeup effects in Bloody Mind Games. Oh yes, that legend. Bullshit. Kristen Masterson, who played Mary, was in several episodes of Happy Days in the 1970s. Okay, dann sollte ich die doch vielleicht mal treffen, hä? Kristen Masterson. In the movie they smashed her face. Mark, buddy, you're so gullible. Man, the one in Happy Days is another Kristen Masterson. That actress denies having worked with Keller. It's the same one, for fuck's sake. Older, but she is the same actress. Not again, we have been through this before. You know, man, Keller had the craziest theory. According to him, an actor should not appear in any more films once he finished his role. This way you avoid the schizophrenia of seeing the same character in two unrelated stories. That's where that absurd urban legend comes from, Mark. People think he really kills them. Oh, fuck off. You fuck off. Okay, everybody calm down. I was just curious. What might in fact be true is, well, word on the street is that they used real corpses for the death. According to the crew credits, Keller was in charge of makeup effects. I know the craftsman. And either Keller was a genius or, well, they used real corpses. Tell me about Keller. There's not much else to say about it. Nobody knew about him until he released Bloody Mind Games. It was a very cheap film, yet touched by the hand of a genius. It was released in only a few theaters and didn't gross much. Also was ich ganz cool finde in dem Spiel ist, ich bin mir nicht sicher, ob, weil das so viel Reales hier auch ist mit Film und New Line Cinema und MGM und so, weiß ich jetzt nicht, ob das alles eine wahre Urban Legend und so weiter ist oder ob das jetzt hier was ist, wo das Spiel jetzt hier Fiktion mit Realität einfach mischt. Ich hätte jetzt glatt Lust, einfach mal... Habe ich mein Handy gerade hier? Wie heißt der Typ? Keller? Den Namen vom Film jetzt wieder vergessen. Muss doch mal gleich nachgoogeln. It was released in only a few theaters and didn't gross much. However, the reviews praised it to no end. Nobody had seen anything like it before. It blended psychological horror with the gimmicky really well. Romero, Friedkin, Polanski and even Hitchcock raved about the film, and a cult following soon began to develop around it. Have you seen it? Yeah, I got to see it as a kid in the cinema. It's a fucking masterpiece. So, Keller, right? He was only seen once at the premiere. He gave a really crazy dissertation about fear. Nobody knew what he was talking about. He left during the screening. He was never seen again. Well, he gave a couple of interviews not long after. Also, there's a rumor that the answers were not his. A fake interview, you know? I want to find him. Well, you have your work cut... Was? You have your work cut out for you, Paul. Nobody knows where he is. They call him the J.D. Salinger of horror. Hell, Salinger is easier to track down. Also, he'll send you for a hike if you do. Has no one been in contact with him? Was he married? Did he have children? Fuck, I've been looking forward to this for months. What are you talking about? Mark, listen carefully. You're gonna shit yourself. Keller had a daughter with his partner. Some Kate, Kimberly, whatever. The girl was named Elizabeth Keller. Something happened to the couple, and Keller took charge of her daughter rather unwillingly. The relationship wasn't very good, so Elizabeth cut ties with him. She took off and changed her name. She's quite popular nowadays. What? We all know her. Even our friend Goldberg has insulted her in an interview. Wait a minute. You can't be serious. Eliza? From Eliza's Mansion of Horrors? Bingo. You're fucking with me, right? How do you know that? Tracy told me. Tracy? From Hello Mary Sue? She had a fling with her. Apparently one night she was feeling down and vented to Tracy. She didn't get along with Keller and walked out on him at the age of 13. If there's anyone who might know about Keller, that might be Eliza. Also, going by the date, she must have flown the nest long before the premiere of Bloody Mind Games. I don't know if she will be of much help. I can't believe it. What do you know about his last film? Edward Keller's lost film, huh? It's a myth, man, a hoax some guy from Variety made up. It doesn't exist. There's no record of it in any production company. And if it really existed, fuck, I'd give my right arm to see it. I need to speak with Eliza. Where can I find her? I think that video games he is starring in is coming out tomorrow and she is presenting it at Radio Shack. Ein Videospiel, aber Radio Shack passt schon wieder. Aber gut, das gab's ja schon damals. Man erinnere sich nur an Samantha Fox Strip Poker und sowas. I have no idea which one. Tomorrow? What about today? Right now she must be shooting Eliza's Mansion of Horrors. But I don't know in which studio. Sorry, I can't help you. Don't worry, you have been very helpful already. I know whom to ask. Ich weiß auch, wen ich fragen muss. Keep me posted if Eliza decides to talk to you. Also, I really doubt she will, after all the shit you've talked about her. We'll see if there's any luck. Well, I still have to make 13 feet of intestines. So, anything else, man? No, I think that's all. Then I'm off. Thanks, Wayne. Thanks to you, buddy. Wayne is right, dude. Try not to take a dump on the genre in every interview you give. Too young to fall in love. Okay. Then Bishop. Goldberg, welcome back. Make yourself at home. Mr. Bishop? Goldberg, what can I do for you? Kann ich nach ihr fragen? Do you know anything about Edward Keller? Edward Keller, I haven't heard from him in a long time. He vanished off the face of the earth. I'm trying to find him. I met him, you know. It was just when he released Bloody Mind Games. Great movie. Bloody Mind Games? Keller, warte mal. Das muss ausgedacht sein, weil das geht hier sonst mit Tochter und so ja viel zu weit. Ja, ich finde ja bei Google nichts dazu. I suggested he shoot a similar film for Flying Saucer Pictures. He rejected. It rather rudely. What an... He had other plans, big ones. He was ambitious, I can't deny that. Look, Goldberg, I know I have a reputation for not being a particular nice guy. But Keller was in a whole other league. Do you know where I can find him? I have absolutely no idea. But if you want some advice, stay away from him if you do find him. I have an idea for a horror movie. Oh yeah? Tell me. Children's play. A serial killer called, I don't know, let's say Curtis Lee Ray is mortally wounded by the police in a toy store while trying to escape, at which time he transfers his spirit to one of the best-selling dolls of that Christmas season. Continue. Some days later, a kid named Randy? Sure, why not? Randy gets one of those dolls as a Christmas present. Specifically the doll that Curtis Lee Ray transferred his spirit onto, and the doll starts killing. Yeah. A dwarf. I'm sorry, what? The doll. It would have to be a dwarf in disguise. I know one. His name is Fred. He is as tall as a 6-year-old. He complains that no one gives him an elevated roles. Get it? It wouldn't look convincing. I had thought about animatronics. Animatronics? Do you know how expensive that is? It's about making me money and losing it. I don't like it. Another one. Let's talk about something else. Will jetzt mal wieder vorankommen und nicht so ewig hier mich aufhalten. I have spoken to Helen Westmore. Yes, she called. She's very happy with you. You've made a great impression on her. You can probably archive what she asked of you without any problems. Achieve, sorry. She knows what to ask and who to ask it of. You're a lucky man. Okay. Ich hatte jetzt echt gedacht, dass... Aber dann hilft mir dann muss ich wahrscheinlich... hier meine Dings hier fragen. Ach so, nee, aber... Okay, sie weiß das auch nicht, aber weiß er das hier? Oh, was? Mann, er sagt, er weiß schon, wen er fragt, und ich bin aber jetzt hier gerade auf dem Trockenen. Er wird es auch nicht wissen. Scheiße, das Problem ist, ich habe vergessen... Hä? Oh. Ach, ich hab vergessen, warum weiß er das? Weil er darüber irgendwas gesagt hat? Do you know where Eliza's mention of horror is being shot? Yeah, sure. Achso, weil er auch so ein Film-Reviewer ist und immer auf dem Laufen ist. Ja, okay. The show is so popular that NBS has acquired it for its new season. It's being recorded in their studios. I don't know which dates exactly, but my friend John is at the guard booth today. He knows. Tell him you're there on my behalf and he'll let you in without a problem. Thanks a lot, Mac. I wish I could be there when Eliza smacks you in the face. Because she's going to, you know. I'm afraid so. New location, NBS Studios. Okay. Tonight's film is unlike any other you have seen. You will see decapitations, exploding bodies and gallons of blood. And a sex scene. This is probably what your parents wouldn't want you to see. At least, those were the words of one of the network executives who almost didn't allow us to broadcast the film. And that's one of the problems with American morality. We can show you how to open a body with a chainsaw, or 1001 ways to torture a person. Acts against nature. But if you see a boob, all alarms go off. But have no doubt that this executive who didn't want you to watch tonight's movie is paying dominatrix $120 an hour to get whipped right now. Cut! What? What do you mean, cut? Since when do managers double dip as directors? She can't say that. What can't I say? You're saying Howard Layton is into bondage. And isn't that true? Of course it's true. That's precisely why you can't say it. Who cares? I'm sick of that jerk. She was right, Eliza. NVS could cancel our show if you start digging up dirt on the management. I can say it with other words. No, for heaven's sake, bite your tongue. Let's repeat everything from the top. And you, quiet. Is everyone ready? Unbelievable. You've got a lot of nerve showing your face around here. Who are you? Hugh Steinman, Eliza's manager. The same one who sued you for slander of my client. Oh yeah? You have not received it yet? Maybe I can't check the mail much ever since her crazy fans started sending me death threats. Ach ja, stimmt, das war das, wenn man sich die Briefe auch angeguckt hatte. Ich erinnere mich. What do you want, Goldberg? I want to talk to Eliza. I very much doubt that she wants to talk to you. I want to ask her about her father. Eliza doesn't talk about her private life, especially not with you. Come on, Hudson, give me a chance. You know what? This could be interesting. Will you apologize to her? I have no problem with that. Fine. I hope this matter will be settled today. Right now she is shooting her show. You will be able to talk to her when she is done. But it will be after this guy. Who? That one sitting there. He is the president of the fan club in Encino. He is going to interview her and take a couple of pictures with her. And I hope he does it quickly. He won't stop reminding me that he suffers from chromatic anxiety. I don't know what that is, but I don't want any more delays today. Are you serious? That kid can wait. No, Goldberg, you can wait. Don't expect me to make things so easy for you after everything that happened. Take it or leave it. Fine, I wait. Great. Okay, muss ich wahrscheinlich irgendwas machen natürlich, um ihn hier wegzubekommen. Fuck. Wobei ich auch gar nicht weiß, warum habe ich eigentlich so einen Zeitdruck eigentlich? Gibt es einen Grund für Zeitdruck? Standy. Eliza is so popular that New World Pictures offered her to star in a movie. A cheap film of dubious quality, but it helped to further entrench her figure in pop culture. Oh, moving Eliza's figure reveals a box of electrical switches. Da müssen wir Sachen weiter angucken. Light. It is a Verflex, a spotlight widely used in television in the 70s. Also, it's not being used right now. It looks like it is connected to the electrical power. Okay. Clark Hammond. At the age of 30, Clark Hammond has found in Eliza some kind of new religion. He records all her shows on VHS and catalogs them, collects her merchandise, and he even is the president of her fan club in Encino. Also, at the moment, it only has 2 members, him and his mother. Ashtray. You won't find anything but cigarette butts. Lionel. Oh, ich rede schon mit dem, das wollte ich gerade gar nicht, aber egal. I'm not here to talk. If you want something, ask Q. Lionel was a rising star for the Golden Bears until a knee injury ended his meteoric career. He reinvented himself as a celebrity bodyguard and still carries around the frustration of not being able to play for his old team. So don't tickle his funny bone if you don't want him to take it out on you. Electrical panel. It probably controls the power on the film set. Eliza, there's no doubt that she is an icon of pop culture. Posters, mugs, sticker albums, movies, video games, books, figurines. You can find her image on the most unsuspected items. Eliza usually works without a script. She knows what she wants to say and plays it by ear. It's one of the keys to her success. Phew, maybe you can convince you that you need to talk to Eliza urgently. Wie weit kann ich da hingehen? So weit. Where do you think you're going? Take a look at the shoot. Didn't you see that sign? It says they are on the air and the program is not live. Fancy yourself a smarty pants. No, I'm just... Do not interrupt the shoot. Okay, dann rede ich mal mit Clark Hammond. Ah, hi! Are you a fan of Eliza too? Oh yes, absolutely. I have all her albums. But she doesn't... Oh, ha ha ha, I get it. I guess. I need to speak with Eliza. Oh, about what? That is my own business. The problem is that I have to wait for you to finish whatever your business is with her. I have to interview her for the Eliza Encino fan club newsletter. Yeah, well, whatever. Can you tell that guy Hudson or Hugh that you will let me go first? I'm sorry, but the shoot is running late and I have to get home as soon as possible. They are waiting for me. Your kids? No, I don't have any children. The wife? My mother. How old are you, man? This 3? So 30. Bisschen unangenehm überzeichnet, die Figur. Your mother can wait. I don't think she'll worry if you are 1 or 2 hours late. You're old enough to have a curfew. What the hell? You are old enough to be living by yourself. No, my mother might get nervous if I'm late. That upsets her. I have to be with her. What do you have there? Where? In your hand? Oh, it's a signed photo of Bela Lugosi. It has been in my family for many years. My grandfather was an actor in Romania, you know. Lugosi himself gave it to him when they met at the Actors Onion there. It was founded by Lugosi. Did you know that? Oh. Why do you bring the photo with you? Is it some kind of lucky charm? I'm going to give it to Eliza. You're going to give a family keepsake to a stranger? Eliza is no stranger to me. She has been a part of my life for years. Since you want to get rid of the photo, you could make a pretty penny instead of giving it away. Eliza probably won't give a damn about it. She'll toss it in a drawer and forget about it. I do what I want with my stuff, okay? Oh, das ist der Blick von ihm. Okay, no need to snap at me like that. Nervous about meeting Eliza? Yeah, yes, of course, who wouldn't? But it's also because of my chromatic anxiety. It flares up when I get nervous. Do you know if there's a hospital nearby? No, forget it. I'm going to be fine. I must calm down. Okay, area around. Gut, dann schauen wir erstmal, was man hier machen kann. Electrical panel. Isn't it too hot in here? All of a sudden? Ich will noch was machen. The on-off switch appears to be broken. Ich kann da nicht hin. Okay, das geht nicht. Kann ich irgendwas machen, dass es noch heißer wird? Shit. Leather will be busy for a while. Why don't you go for a walk and get yourself, I don't know, some ice cream? Have $5. No. They must be finishing by now. They are shooting the outro. You don't know how this works. They have to repeat a lot of takes. Come on, you can buy an Eliza comic book with the rest of the money. The next issue doesn't come out until next week. Then you can buy back this week's issue again and put it in a plastic bag. That's what you guys usually do, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, but I'd rather stay and wait here. Muss irgendwie das Licht noch stärker machen. Damn it. Damn it. Ihm wird ja schon wärmer, aber noch nicht warm genug irgendwie. Ich kann mal rausgehen und wieder reingehen, aber... Wobei, da bin ich wieder im Taxi. Ups, warte mal, was? Nee, er ist auch noch da. Gut. Oh, das geht. Oh no! I knew it. Sooner or later it had to happen to me. Is there a doctor in the house? I need a doctor. Where is that guy? He had to go. Why? I have no idea. Better that way. We are running late. Eliza will be with you in a second. Thanks, Hudson. Phew. Behave yourself, Goldberg. You are Alan Goldberg, right? Yeah. Alan Goldberg, the screenwriter? That's me. I know you are, but I wanted to be sure before I did it. Do what? This. Shit. That hurt. You know what hurts? For a person you admire to insult you every time he gives an interview. Yes, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Fuck, that hurts. I don't like interviews, Eliza. I usually drink too much beforehand. That explains a lot. One day someone asked me what I thought of you as a horror icon. I remembered quite well. A stripper that used horror to make teenagers horny. Or something like that. Not something like that, those were literally your words. Magazines love for it, and they ask me that question again and again. And when I'm drunk or hungover, I play along. They're calling me a slut? It is more than just playing along. In fact, I don't even know why I'm wasting my time with a sexist pig like yourself. Eliza, I'm sorry I said those words. I tend to be a jerk most of the time. You are. I know I've earned that slap and every other slap you want to give me. I just hope your fans don't follow your lead. What do you mean? I get threats from them every day. Really? I had no idea. Don't worry about it, I don't pay much attention to them. Also, I just met one of your fans. He had the same look as Mark David Chapman. I can't tell you how sorry I am, Alan. In a way, I feel responsible for it. I have dedicated you a few choice words in some of my programs. In one of them I said that I would like to see you guillotined. Those idiots must have taken it seriously. Don't feel guilty, it's what I get for being a loudmouth. I'm in the middle of a shoot. I can address them now and get this over with, don't worry. Shall we call it even? Sounds good to me. Come, let's sit down. Alright, Ellen, I know you didn't come just to apologize. What can I help you with? I would like to talk about your father. My father? Edward Keller. How did you... I guess it doesn't matter. I spent my whole life trying to hide the fact that I am that bastard's daughter, and to be honest, you are the last person I feel like talking about this. But whatever, go ahead. Just promise me you will keep it a secret. Of course. Oh, okay, Alan Goldberg, shoot. Would you know where I can find him? Hopefully rotting in hell. You have had no contact with him? None at all. And as you can see, my life has improved a lot since I don't hear from him. What was he like? There isn't much information about your father. A genius, according to most, but a horrible person in my eyes. He didn't like people, not even his family. The only thing he cared about was his work. His ambition led him to neglect everything in his life that didn't have to do with cinema. I owe nothing to that man except for my love of horror films. It's the only damn thing he ever impressed upon me. I'm looking to be honest with you. I don't give a shit about your father. I've been offered something huge if I manage to get my hands on the last film he shot. And I'm hoping I'll be able to find it. Ah yes, that movie. The holy grail of cursed movies. I'm afraid it's nothing more than a legend, and it would not surprise me at all if he had made it up. He enjoying being the center of attention. He was a very vain person. According to what I have been told, he released Bloody Mind Games and then vanished. Even when the film became a success, he still didn't resurface. He could have taken the opportunity to, as you say, be the center of attention. Ja, habe mich auch gerade gewundert, wenn er das so geil findet. Warum hat er sich dann so zurückgezogen? He was a very complex person, Alan. Don't try to make sense of everything he did or didn't do. Gee, I thought I'd find a clue as to his whereabouts here. I'm sorry I couldn't be of any help, but I'm glad to have talked to you, even if it was about this. It seems like you are on the right track towards not being a dick. I try not to be, but I'm not very good at it. Want some advice, Alan Goldberg? Give up your search. Nobody who has stepped into my father's orbit has walked away unscathed. He was a manipulative psychopath. He loved to see people suffer. I think he loved that even more than he did horror movies. He drove my mother crazy, did you know that? I'm sorry. He never laid a hand on her, but had absolute control over her. My mother was a strong, independent person. No one could explain how she could consent to that kind of relationship with my father. She ended up killing herself. I was 12 when it happened, and he took care of me. I don't know if it was because he didn't want to deal with Child Protective Service, which would have distracted him from filming Bloody Mind Games. I ended up in just a moment. I think I have a clue for you. I'm all ears. At that time, around 1966, my father joined a cult. Ah, okay. They called themselves the House of the Black Light. Oder so ein anderer Kult als der Typ da bei mir da vom Office. It was just one of the many satanic cults that sprung up in LA when the hippie movement began to fizzle out. They said they worshipped the devil and who knows what else. But all they did was get high on LSD and fuck like rabbits. My father and a couple of other guys were the only ones who took it seriously. I saw him do horrible things to the girls. They probably ended up like my mother. I walked out of there after 2 months. I had nowhere to go and I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. But anything was better than staying there. The thing is that 2 months ago there happened to be a report on NBS about New Age cults in LA. There's one called Sigma Omicron. And you know what? They were at the same farm that the House of the Black Light used as their headquarters, and they interviewed their leader, some guy named Dan. That guy was already around in the 60s. You might know something about your father. I don't know how much time he spent there, but the leader of Sigma Omicron probably knows more than I do. Where is this farm? Do you know the Lost Canyons Golf Club in Simi Valley? Rings the bell. It is the first farm you come across heading north. New location, Sigma Omicron. Thank you very much for your help, Eliza. You're welcome. But remember, I've warned you about my father. He's a tornado that swallows up everyone around him. Be careful. And one more thing. I don't make this program to show off my body. I love horror films, and out there is a whole generation of kids who will be the ones to dignify this genre in the future. My wish is to spark a passion in them for this type of cinema and hope they end up being the next Sam Raimi or John Carpenter. Or the next Alan Goldberg, because even if it pains you to admit it, you are one of us. I have to go back to the shoot. Take care, Alan. Thank you, Eliza. I'm so sorry about... It's all in the past. Okay. Cooles Mädel. Kann ich meine 3D-Brille jetzt da wieder abnehmen? Nee. Okay. Da gehen wir auf jeden Fall noch hin, würde ich sagen, bevor ich die Session hier beende. Sigma Omicron. Wait here, please. Okay. Sign. Okay, das ist Sigma Omicron. The symbols give away that this is a fraternity or indeed a cult. Sigma and Omicron. This is definitely the place. Wow. Drums. A couple of drums crumbling with rust. You take a look inside the drums and regret it immediately. You don't know exactly what's in them, but it's probably not healthy to keep smelling the stench they give off. Mill. The blades of the rusty old mill squeak every time the wheel turns. The structure is swaying so much that you are afraid to walk past it in case it collapses. The only function the mill serves now is to test how long it will stay standing. Oh, die hen? It pecks around the area in search of a piece of corn, a worm, or whatever the hell these animals eat. You don't want to emulate Sylvester Stallones Training in Rocky 2. Ich hab vergessen, was das war, muss ich schon wieder zugeben. Truck. A ramshackle truck sits in the shade of a tree. From the looks of it, you doubt it will even start. It crosses your mind to search the truck, but you don't even know what you would find in it. Gut, dann gehen wir mal... Dann gehen wir mal zum Haus, ja? Whoa. Die Tür geht von alleine zu. Hello? Is anyone there? You don't really know what they do here, but certainly not cleaning. Dust fills the entire room, stirred by the breeze coming in through the open window in the background. Speichere erstmal ab. Oh, die Big Ben Melodie. Clock. The clock looks older than the house. It's 50 minutes late, but you didn't come here to set clocks. Trophies. Shit. Oh, what the fuck happened here? Okay, das ist ein Selbstmordsekt oder was? A woman in her mid-20s is lying on the ground. From her posture, she appears to have slumped over. Her breathing is weak, but she is still alive. Oh, ich sollte... Krankenwagen rufen? Kultist. A faint trickle of saliva runs down his mouth. You hear a deep breath and a couple of snores. Cabinet. On top of the woodworm-riddled furniture, there are several books on ufology. There's a small drawer and a door. You try to open the door, but it is locked. You try to open the drawer. Everything inside looks rusty, except for a pair of scissors. In relatively good condition. Ich hab eine Schere. Okay. Trophies. The taxidermist fantasy hanging on the wall shows animals native to the area, such as the red fox or the cougar. They seem to have been here even before this house was occupied by a group of devil-worshipping hippies. Book. The handwritten book is a fantasy about a dark lord, flying saucers, and planets beyond our galaxy, all sprinkled with a hefty dose of homophobic and racist paragraphs for good measure. There's a yellowed piece of paper between its pages. You pick up the paper that was between the pages of the book. It's a list of plants you do not know, accompanied by their corresponding measurement in grams. Something tells you that's what they've taken to end up like this. Okay. Kann man das lesen? Nee. Leader. There's no doubt that this guy is Dan, the leader of the cult. You check his pulse. It is way too fast. His heart beats as if it was going to burst out of his chest, and his breathing is becoming more labored each moment. Wake up! Can you hear me? Get no response. The boy does not appear to be more than 15 years old. You wonder what brings someone so young to a place like this. You watch as his eyes move under his eyelids. He must be dreaming. You peek under the hood. The guy looks to be in his late 20s. He's in a deep sleep. From time to time he mumbles something unintelligible. All the cultists have gladly accepted to drink the poison their leader has given them. There's not a drop left in the glasses. Poster. The poster art shows a guy delighted to be adopted by a flying saucer with 50s aesthetics. If this sort of thing were real, surely the aliens would not take the people of Sigma Omicron to their planet unless they wanted to study human stupidity. Okay. Dan is on the floor, you don't need to go upstairs. Okay, ich kann da aktuell noch nicht rein, offensichtlich. Vielleicht später. There's no one in that room. Okay. Da hilft mir doch die Apotheke wahrscheinlich. Hier, der kennt sich doch aus, der Heilmediziner. I think you can help me with this recipe of sorts I have found. Let's see. Where did you get this? It's a long story. But I think someone threw a party with that stuff. Do you mean they ingested it? Yes, I think so. Oh god. Wait here. Yes, Rosa? Rosa tries to keep her voice down, but you manage to hear the whole conversation. That one over there. Okay, don't worry, I'll take care of this. How are you? How are you? I'm Dr. Ramirez. And Goldberg, my pleasure. Well, what you have here are the ingredients for what is known as the Big Sleep. Like Bogart's film? Damn right. It's a powerful hallucinogen that was quite popular during the last decade. It was made from uncommon plants found along the US-Mexico border. People stopped using it because one of its side effects was that it slowed the heart rate and caused a state of somnolence that could last for 2 or 3 days. Hence the name, I suppose. Exactly. Tell me, how old is the person who injected it? There are 5 of them. Most of them are kids. I'm guessing they are in their 20s. All except one, a man. He must be, I don't know, 60-something? You must take that person to the hospital immediately. It was proven that in the elderly, the big sleep slowed down the heart rate even more, after which it would then suddenly shoot up at regular intervals. Ja, der hatte einen sehr hohen Herzschlag. That can lead to a heart attack. The person you are talking about is in real danger. Can you take him to a hospital? I think that... Forget it. It would be too risky. While the drug is working, his heart will be too sensitive to resist a dose of adrenaline, which is what he will be given at the hospital. Unless... Yes, we have time. At least I hope so. However, we can't just sit back and do nothing. You see, there is a partly natural solution that could serve our purpose. I can make it in a matter of minutes, but I'm missing certain elements here. Okay. I could get them. You must... wahrscheinlich brauche ich den Bambus unter anderem. You must get them. Person's life depends on them. First ingredient would be a leaf from a tree of the bamboo family. Wer hätte denn das gedacht? Ich habe hier eine Schere jetzt. Bambusoidea vagina. It's a small tree. It doesn't grow more than 3 feet. Lately it has become fashionable as a decorative element. Most people are not aware that at this time of the year it gives off toxic spores. It is not an indoor tree. 1 leaf. Good. What else? You must restore his heart to its normal rhythm. The adrenaline, as I said, would be too strong. So I can't think of anything else but some instant stimulant. Cocaine. Where will I find cocaine? Are you serious? We are in Hollywood. Is it clear to you what you need to bring me so I can help your friend? A bamboo leaf, yes. And cocaine. How much are we talking about? Not much. Less than half a gram will be enough. Let me notify Rosa. Are you serious about this? I don't like the idea either, but we are here to save lives. Alright. As soon as you get those 2 ingredients, give them to Rosa and I will get to work. Thank you very much, Doc. If you have any question, please talk to her. And now, if I may, I have a patient to attend to. Hurry up, the clock is ticking. Okay, ich meine, der Typ direkt neben mir war das so, aber da kann man da überhaupt noch rein? You have no business in Barry Mitchell's studio and you'd better not come back here. The guy will want to get his revenge and you may not get away with it this time. Ja, das habe ich schon gedacht. Eine gute Idee. Wer ist der Guy? Waiting for a cab friend? Achso, das ist... Okay, dann... Okay, also, das Blatt ist ja schon mal klar. Ich hoffe, es ist okay für meinen Boss, wenn ich einmal ein Blatt abschnibbel. Alan, grab a drink. Make yourself at home. Wenn er so rausguckt, sieht er das ja auch gar nicht, oder? Jo, das Bambusleaf habe ich schon mal. What are you doing? Taking a souvenir. You are disturbing the feng shui of the office. For a leaf, really? Do what you want, but if things go wrong, I know who to blame. Kann er mir mit dem Kokain auch noch helfen, vielleicht? Nee. Aber ich kann ihn mal fragen, hier wegen Sekten. Vielleicht hat er da eine Ahnung zu. Das ist ja sein Fachgebiet hier. Nee, offensichtlich nicht. Wer kann mir wegen Kokain helfen? Ist er noch da, der Typ? Er doch hier vielleicht. Hey friend, you again? What do you want, man? I need some cocaine. What do you take me for, man? Do I look like a drug dealer? Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Get out of here, Paul. I don't sell that shit. Ich hab schon gedacht, sie ist neu, oder? Gott, sie sieht fertig aus. Hey, diesmal andersrum als die neue da im Diner. Hier sieht das normale Bild noch ganz okay aus, aber das Profilbild sieht so fertig aus. You with the beard. Yeah, you, come over here. Leroy won't sell you shit, cause that guy is around. Who? The one leaning on the pole. He's an undercover cop. They think no one can tell, but we can usually spot them a mile away. Just look at the way he's dressed. He thinks he's Don Johnson. What is this guy up to? To earn brownie points, I guess. These are the kind of cops fresh out of the academy that want to move up the ranks at all costs. I know a few of them. I guess catching Leroy's supplier would get him some recognition. Is that cover planning to stand there all day? All day long. The bastard has the patience of a saint. Leroy doesn't look intimidated though. Look at them. This looks like a staring duel right out of a Spaghetti Western. Oh, das habe ich schon alles gefragt. Manchmal, dass die Sachen manchmal da bleiben, aber manchmal nicht, ist aber noch irritierend. Ich weiß noch nicht, warum. Wie heißt der Leroy? Warum er nicht einfach woanders hingehen kann. I have to go now. Don't you know what to have? Don't you want to have a good time? No thanks. Suit yourself. Amanda. Amanda's story is too complicated to summarize it here. She came to Hollywood hoping to find work as an actress and ended up down a spiral of drugs and bad company. Not even she knows how she ended up in this situation. She prefers not to think about it. Okay, Guy. Kann ich mit dem erstmal angucken? The guy doesn't take his eyes off Leroy. Kann ich mit ihm reden? Get the hell out of here. I told you to get lost. Idiot. Kann ich ihn ablenken damit? I would like to show you... Look, get out of here, will you? I will. As soon as you see this. Ach so, das ist natürlich auch für Polizei ganz gut. You know what you are showing to me, pervert? They're not mine. They are from a guy on Vine Street who's in the business of taking pictures of naked minors. I was hoping you could teach that degenerate a lesson. What makes you think I'm a cop? Well, either you are watching that dealer or you're in love with him. The author of these photos is a well-known photographer. You could score some points with your superiors by arresting him instead of standing around here all day, staking out a petty drug dealer. Can you assure me that these photos are not yours? I think there's something else you are not telling me. What's your name? Christopher Ruskin. Christopher Ruskin ist mein Boss, oder? Ruskin Productions. Warum? Alright, Mr. Ruskin, where can I find this bastard? Vine Street, his name is Barry Mitchell. He has a photo studio with a black facade right next to the number 17 bus stop. You can't miss it. Give me those pictures. Thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Ruskin. Psst. Hey dude, come here. I don't know how you did it, but you just get rid of a royal pain in my ass. You've earned Leroy's respect. You get a 50% discount on all my shit. So make the most of it. What do you need? Cocaine. Cocaine, huh? Should have guessed. You Hollywood types always want the same thing. How much do you want? Just a bit. Less than half a gram. Less than half a gram? What are you gonna do with it? Put it in your coffee? Whatever, man. It's none of my damn business. Shit. Was? Aber wer ist er denn jetzt? Mr. Goldberg? Alan Goldberg? It depends. Who are you? You can call me Tom. My boss is aware of your search. He would like you to share everything you have discovered about Edward Keller. If it's alright with you, of course. Wait a minute, how did you know? Would you mind joining me so that we can discuss the matter? All this is starting to give you a bad feeling. Was wäre denn gewesen, wenn ich erst dahin gegangen wäre und dann mit der Pflanze? Also, wo führt das denn jetzt hin? Who's your boss? Allow me to omit his name for the time being. He would compensate you financially and you share the information. I would accept if I were you. I don't know what you're talking about. I know what I'm talking. I know what I'm talking about, Mr. Goldberg, and so do you. Look, Paul, I don't know what this is all about, but leave me alone, will you? I would like to inform you that he is not used to having these invitations turned down. Do yourself a favor and reconsider the offer. What do you say? No. Is that your answer? The kindest one. All right, as you wish. Have a nice evening. Uh-oh. I'm back. Here you go. Okay. 15 with the discount. Fine, 10. Okay, ich habe die beiden Items. I hope you put in a good word for me with your Hollywood buddies. I'm here all day. Tell them to ask for Leroy. Okay. Das soll ich Werbung dafür machen. Okay, das ist ein guter Punkt, um zu speichern, weil dann weiß ich immer nächstes Mal wieder gleich, was ich zu tun habe und hänge nicht irgendwie fest. Bisher ist es hier eh noch nicht so ein großes Festhängspiel. Ja, das war die Session. Und wenn ihr sehen wollt, wie es weitergeht, dann gerne ein Abo da lassen oder ein Like. Da freue ich mich auch drüber. Und wenn nicht, dann nicht. Alles kann, nichts muss. Und in diesem Sinne, bis dann.